class about wrists. A few of you have said to me that your wrists are hurting, and so I'd like to give you some ideas to strengthen your wrists, but also to modify your practice in a way that works towards the ongoing strength and range in your wrists. Okay, so let me show you from the side to begin with. We just need to make sure that we've got the right terminology. So when we talk about the wrists, let's talk about the flexion of the wrists. So that's the amount the wrist can bend. Okay, now when I look at my bending wrist like that, and I'd like you to do the same with yours, it won't be 90 degrees. Well, it's unlikely. It's probably somewhere between 60, 70 and 90. Now, if you pull your fingers back, perhaps you can bring it almost to 90. Okay, and then have a look on the other side. They may not be the same. Okay, so that's the flexion. Now, the difficulty is that in a lot of our yoga practice, plank and chaturanga, we are working the wrists at 90 degrees, which is more than our regular range. So we need to make sure that we support those wrists very well. The wrists themselves don't have a lot of muscles. We need to use the hands and we need to use the muscles above the wrists. Okay, let's grab a belt. Grab the belt and squeeze it. Now, when we squeeze the belt, we're actually using muscles in the hands and in the wrists. And I'd like you to be really clear about what that feels like when the arms are truly straight and you're squeezing that belt. Release the squeeze and then squeeze it again. Release the squeeze and squeeze it again. Good. Release the squeeze and then squeeze it again. We're not only squeezing, but we're pulling. Can you pull on the belt now and squeeze it? A little bit of multitasking. And take a breath there. Good. And release. You're going to make your belt shoulder width apart. You would do that, you measure from the midpoint of the shoulder to the midpoint of the shoulder. And let's put that belt on. We're going to put it between the elbow and the wrist, but just below the elbows. And push into the belt. Push into the belt. It will be almost impossible for your arms to be anything other than straight. So with these straight arms, let's now add the flexion of the wrists. Yeah, forearms are working, supporting the wrists. So you can use a belt in plank pose and dog pose to protect the wrists by strengthening the muscles in the arms. Okay, so let's be here. So I'd like you to find what is your flexion in your wrists, comfortable flexion, no pain in the wrists. Yeah, 60, 70, whatever it is. And squeezing into the belt, yeah, you'll really help protect the wrists. Step back to plank, and you can do plank here. Yeah, no pain in the wrists. Using the belt like this, the arms will be really straight. Now, in addition to the forearms working, you need to push the hands down into the floor. So that's the palms, the knuckles, the fingers, right to the fingertips. And when you're then ready to increase your range, so you're here without pain, you would rock forward slightly. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We'll do two more. Inhale and exhale. Good. And then bring your knees down. Roll your wrists around. Okay. Another way you can fire up your forearms is with two blocks. Now the two blocks are going to be in this shape here. So it's the same idea, finding the muscles in the arms to protect the wrists. So we're going to squeeze the blocks between the elbows and the wrists, not on the wrists. You're going to bring your hands down. You're reaching into your fingertips and pushing the whole of the hands down. And then grip the blocks. Grip the blocks and lift them. Can you find your range again no pain in the wrist, and squeeze in. Squeeze in and then lift your front body. And you could be here working on strengthening. If you're ready for more, you could add the rest of your weight. Pushing down, squeezing in. Breathing in and breathing out. And bring your knees down. So as you work on your range, you would begin with 1 breath, and then 2 breaths, 3 breaths. Slowly, slowly. Okay, so the next thing is that when you're working through the vinyasas, through the sun salutations, where we use plank and up face dog, you might need to change that angle to protect your wrists. So rather than being here with the shoulders right over the fingers, you might need to wiggle your feet back a little bit and work here to increase the strength and the range at the same time. It'll be the same in up face dog. You'll need to take your shoulders back. Okay, and then in dog pose, generally this works as long as you keep pressing your hands down, keep squeezing your wrists towards each other, your forearms together, and keep the arms really straight. Okay, bring your knees down. That's a few ideas for you to make some modifications and to grow your strength. I hope that was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you on the mat.